Tokyo, baby.
Go back to Tokyo.
Anyway, would you call this an introduction to a podcast, or would you just go?
Yeah.
We have no idea what this show is about, who it is for, or what we are supposed to be doing. But we promise to bring the thunder. It's your Lost Boys. Your Lost Boys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses.
Your lost boys are talking on their pod again. So make some noise for Sam and Clive and Ryan.
Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses. Your Lost.
Go.
Oh!
Hi.
Alright, my lovers.
Welcome to Your Lost Boys. Get lost.
Yeah, turn off right now.
Episode 12. I'm done with this
Is it
shit.
episode 12?
XII
Episode
in Roman
12.
numerals.
Guys, obviously, all our regular 37 listeners will know that you went in on me pretty hard last week on the insults and compliments.
Yeah, you haven't stopped talking about it. To be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, I couldn't bring myself to write anymore.
out of deference to you, I haven't gone as hard as I think you guys went. I was just ranting.
Let me stop you right
this
there.
morning.
What does deference mean?
Just like deferring to you. I don't want to like go in too hard.
Bring it down to our
like,
level. Oh, yeah.
I just don't want to.
We gave you the shock
I
culture.
don't know if that was the best use of that word, but don't worry about it. I'm telling you it's correct. So just take me at my word. But
Junkie, lemon, junkie, lemon, junkie, lemon. It's a junkie lemon, baby. Junkie, lemon, junkie, lemon, junkie, lemon. It's a junkie lemon, baby.
what have people been doing this week on Planet Chunky Lemon?
Right, what you been doing, Doug?
I love this question.
Right, Doug, what you been
When you
doing?
asked me on a Saturday morning, what has happened?
Hey Ryan,
Nothing.
have you got any funny anecdotes about killing
Nothing.
animals?
I was just thinking. I was thinking, have any animals died on my watch this week? No, but they had to take one of the cats because it might have a liver infection. So one of the cats had to go to the vet. So yeah. So.
God, that cat is weak as our anecdotes. That is curious.
So
Oh, and I saw a massive rat. Oh my God, I saw a huge rat the size of like a large cat.
Really?
So we've got a compost heap that we take all the stuff that we don't use and we reuse the compost at work. And I took the pitchfork out and looked down and I felt something on my foot. And
oh no.
it was it was no joke. It was if you get your elbow to like your knuckles, maybe.
No.
It was.
Yeah.
It was, and it was fat. Like
That's
I
a
mean, it
mammal
was
right
like,
there. That is, isn't it?
It was like a tiger loaf thick rat.
Tiger loaf.
I've seen
a rat as big as a tiger loaf.
God, I'm hungry
Uh,
now.
so our cat or dog a few years ago now in the back garden killed a rat like that.
Mate, that must have been the
That was a battle.
I don't know how it ended up dead, but we assume
gladiator fight.
so. And our cat was quite a small cat, so it must have been
Quite an equal fight.
Yeah, it must have been like a battle of titans out on the
man.
lawn. But anyway, it was down to me and my brother for some reason to deal with it. We're both like kind of fannies, and it looked like a proper plague rat. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man.
Like a
This
proper,
one was like scabby and had bits of fur.
yeah, like you were saying, like 2 foot long, chunky, like covered in like sores.
Oh yeah, it was like the rat out of Rick and Morty. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
We like wrapped our faces up with like scarves so that we wouldn't accidentally breathe in like rat disease, and then threw it over the old railway line.
Speaking of animals, guess what I bought this week?
A dog?
A animal.
Yeah, well, semi-animal.
A parrot?
I bought some duck eggs and an incubator.
Oh, wow. You're going to be a daddy.
Mate, that
Bird
is
daddy.
a terrible idea when you live in a farm.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with those ducks when they're shitting on your floor in your.
Is that off of Wish? Did you get that off of Wish?
I'll be honest. I didn't really think about it because it was like 11 o'clock at night. I was delusional, and I just saw someone's Insta had like some eggs hatching. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I literally went on eBay, bought 4 duck eggs and an incubator for like 20 quid, and I was like, I'll have a go at this.
Bro, what is this? Like a Bad Friends rerun?
They're gonna be
I'm so
like,
tired.
it's not gonna be ducks, is it? It's gonna be like, it's the Simpsons
Reptiles.
episode where it's
Reptile
reptiles
overlords.
that eat
It's gonna
the
be rats.
ducks.
It's
Rats and
gonna be
eggs,
rats.
man. Rats come
Rat
from eggs.
eggs.
No, you know my. That's what they eat for breakfast in Bristol.
Mate,
I'm
rat
pretty
eggs.
sure.
Rat eggs are high in protein and high in feral diseases.
Ooh, baby, I need some eggs. Gonna fry 'em up real nice. What's this? Leroy's rat eggs? Why have all the taste of a normal egg when you can have a dead rat inside? That's tasty. Got all the protein, mangy fur, and tetanus that I want. Not forgetting Veal's disease.
But you know, my
Sweet,
brother
sweet
keeps chickens, and
tuberculosis.
he hatches eggs sometimes.
really?
So he has more chickens. But whenever it's a cockerel, basically he has to try and find somewhere for it to go because you can't have a cockerel in a suburban like garden.
No, just go mental.
Waking everyone
Yeah.
up at 5:30 in the morning, going, "Wait, what noise?" do
Oh
cockerels
my
make?"
God,
I was
do you
about
not
to do
know
an
what noise
impression
they
and
make?
that- No, I do, but I was about to do the impression. I was like, "No, that's not it."
No, we'll wait. We'll wait.
Something
That's
along
not
the
what they
lines
do,
of
is it?
cock-a-doodle-doo, but
Yeah. It's like...
oh, I'd be worried if that's what the rat eggs sound like. A crossbreed between a chicken and a rat.
You know, the title of this podcast is definitely already called Rat Eggs. You know that.
I was thinking a rat as big as a tiger loaf, but a tiger loaf-sized rat. I thought that was a good title.
Tiger rat, loaf
Tiger
rat,
rat.
loaf.
Coming to you in a cinema soon.
Excuse
The
me.
rat as big as a tiger loaf.
He will destroy you. He will kill everybody you ever loved.
So you made some terrible decisions. This week, then,
Yeah.
Sam. That's
I
good.
was doing so much work, and I just got to the point where I was just fed up with everything. I thought, you know what? Do you know what would make my life better right now? Some
Bringing
duck
life
eggs,
into the
some
world.
rat eggs.
Rat eggs, baby.
Unfortunately, animal cruelty is becoming a bit of a theme to this podcast, which is not something I ever.
Hey, I didn't do
so-
anything to the rat.
I
I just
didn't
let it
either.
scuttle
You
off
just
into its
observe
hole.
all the.
I didn't
all
born
the
them. They're
terrible
not
things.
born yet. I can chuck them in the bin right now. They're
I mean,
absolutely fine.
No, you don't chuck them in the bin. Have a nice omelette.
Yeah,
a duck
mate.
egg omelette would be.
Rat egg
ooh.
omelette.
Oh. I'm just imagining a crossbreed between a rat and a chicken. Like the lower half of a
Smelly,
chicken
feathery
with
piece
like
of
the
shit.
gnarling fangs of
Oh
a
yeah,
rat.
I can see that. Yeah, like the chicken feet and a little tufty like chicken bum tail sort of
And then
thing,
at the
but then
top,
a
it's
rat's,
just like,
head and front claws. Yeah, like yeah, I'm with you there, mate.
You know, obviously all the pubs are opening up and stuff.
Oh yeah.
On average, on the first day and this whole week, in our lovely hometown of Weymouth,
I saw that. I saw it. I was going to bring it
Clive
up.
already
Go,
knows it
so-
already.
so-
But
so-
Ryan,
so
I'm going to
good.
ask you, Ryan, on average, how many pints were bought per minute when it was opened?
Oh, in Weymouth.
In the whole of Weymouth.
Weymouth.
Whole of Weymouth, yeah.
I don't
I
know.
say whole off. It's quite a small place.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. 15. Oh no! Wait. No, what am I on about?
Oh, you fool.
And go up a little bit.
50.
143 pints per minute were bought in Weymouth.
Holy
once the pubs
shit,
opened.
man! That town's got problems.
Makes you proud, doesn't it?
Thing is,
There's probably about like 20, 30 places you can buy a pint.
yeah, but the thing is, the people that we get, I bet it's absolute carnage on the
It's
harbour
very
side.
violent at the moment. Honestly,
Yeah.
Me and Clive went down the pub the other day, and even some like old men were like kicking off just because they weren't allowed to come to, like sit down on the tables.
Oh no, mate!
They were
This
out.
was after I left, and you never told me to come back, so I didn't see that.
Oh god, yeah. No, we generally thought we would just stay for like another 10 minutes, and then Clive left, and then we ended up staying for another 2 hours. Yeah. We had
Now
a
the
good time.
Clive's gone, we can enjoy ourselves.
Mate, that's not true. Everyone was listening to like all these stories I had to tell.
I'll tell you
and
something
it's
else,
great.
Ryan, as well. By the way, I got to the pub on. I met all the like guys on Saturday, wasn't it? Saturday evening, and
I
apparently
missed it.
the queue was so long. Right, the queue was so long.
Man.
And
we don't
I,
get that
Clive said, "You're going to
virus
need to
again."
order right now because it'll be like 20 minutes." And then he said, "Tell you what, you can have my pint." And yeah, because he had a spare pint. Clive buys spare pints, everybody, because he worries that he might not have a drink in his hand.
Because he might spill the first one.
Yeah, he might not have a
He
drink in
might
his hand.
spill the first, and he'll start
Shaking.
getting the jitters if he doesn't have his fix.
I had to go home for dinner.
Man, that is the sign of an alcoholic.
I had to go home for dinner, and I didn't have time to wait another 25 minutes to get served.
How many pints did you have in an hour?
I didn't have time for 2 pints, so I decided to fit in the 2 pints as quick as I
I think
could.
you had 4 in an
Can
hour.
we explain though that
Wow.
I gave Sam that pint, even though I
well
didn't
done.
want to, and I said I don't want to do it.
This podcast was always about just unlocking your alcoholism to the world, basically.
Yeah,
Really like
basically.
calling you out. But anyway, we went to the pub, right?
And he licked the rim of the glass.
I
before
literally,
he
I
came.
said, I'll have another Guinness to pay the one Clive has back. I'll buy myself like a beer, I think it was. I can't remember, it was something like ale. And then some other people got some bits and bobs. And then Clive just said, "Get your card out, Sam." I was like, "Oh, what? All right, fine." And it came to 35 quid, right? But I only bought one drink the entire time I was there.
Yeah,
How
but
bad's
mate,
that?
mate, consider that payback for like the 10 years when you bought rounds in the cellar bar instead of the rest of the time.
100%. And that's what I said. I agree. And I was fine. I was fine with this,
yeah.
right?
The
I was fine with
worst
this.
for getting around
but
it.
Becca,
The worst.
but our friend didn't understand the context, so she was just like feeling really bad for us. I was like, "Oh no, there's absolute context where I hadn't."
You
I was,
probably owe like everyone about 500 quid for drinks. In
I was about to
over,
say
like-
probably about 1,000.
Yeah, over like 6 years where.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna-
that's why
I'm
I'm
gonna
buying
use
the
that
that's why I
tactic,
buy
though.
the host and like the website, and like I'm paying you guys back in different ways, more healthy ways instead. You know, microphones.
Mate,
You know, it's
clearly
coming back.
we don't want our payback
Win
in
socks.
a healthy way. We want it in 125 pints or whatever.
Very-
Well, now that we're starting to get a bit snippy, like getting into each other about who owes what, maybe we should go straight in some insults and compliments, eh?
Let's do this.
Bring it.
Clive's compliments.
I think we deserve it this week, so I'm scared for what's
Nah,
going to happen.
I haven't
Spank
gone
me.
in that hard. I didn't. I think that's a good way to put me up.
I've
I
been a
think,
bad boy. I've been such a bad boy.
I think. Oh, that's a new jingle right there.
I've been such a
Spank
bad
me.
boy.
Oh.
I deserve it. Do it. Do it now.
Ryan, I'm going to start with. I always like to start with the compliments first.
Explain the situation as well. For anybody that's not listened, think how mad of a segment it is. Please explain it to everybody that's not listened before.
Oh no! Like all 37 of our listeners have heard every episode, mate. So I don't. All right, I'll explain for like a theoretical 38th listener. So I like to give Ryan a couple of nice compliments every week when we do this podcast, and at the same time, because Sam gets a bit big for his boots, I like to pair him back a bit with a couple of little insults as well. So, all right, Ryan, your first compliment, right? And this is quite funny because you said something along these lines just when you came on the camera a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
I really like how you've kept the emo mentality and aesthetic going for like 10 years longer than everyone else who grew out of it.
To be fair, I'm
so
wearing
good.
a hoodie and I've got a bit of a sweep going on.
No, it's not just a hoodie. It's an animal hoodie.
Animal
way
hoodie.
back from 1999.
This is from this
It's not
hoodie
new. It's
is
not new.
it's about 20 years old.
It might be new to you, but they probably made it about 20 years ago.
When I first bought this hoodie, the arms were like way too long for me, and now I've grown into it into perfection.
Arms have grown.
Grown into it. Ryan, you haven't grown for about 10 years.
20 years later, and it's still spotlessly white as well. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, that's a pretty clean white hoodie. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, mate. I'll give you that one back. You can have
I'll
that.
take that though. I'm king of the emos. Emo's not dead.
So true.
I was thinking about this though the other day, and started going back and watch all the music from like 2000, like the prime era of
Oh, mate, the videos.
What, like Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy?
2004 to 2007, I'd say.
Yeah,
In that
the classic
3
era.
years, and all the bands, man, they're.
My foundations to life they were.
The thing is, though, you watch the videos now. What a bunch of fucking morons.
Yeah. It was a
I
cult.
think that's just called age, right? You just grow out of it and you're like, oh, man.
The cry space era was a good one. But the thing is now everybody cries now, so it's like were they just the pioneers of crying?
Oh man, it was such good era though.
It was
All the
good
music.
era.
You
I'm
just
so
have
happy-
you go around your
so
friend's
happy I'm
house
part
and
of it.
either Kerrang or Scuzz would be on
Scuzz,
constantly.
MTV2 as well.
Scuzz.
Oh.
Yeah, and just watching whatever was on there. I remember the first time I saw Helena.
Oh,
by
yeah.
MCR.
Yeah.
Blew me away.
Is
They
that
were
the video
big on
with
budgets.
the like wax models that like start crying?
Yeah.
Like black ink? Or no, I'm confused.
No, this is the one of it's a funeral.
Oh yeah. No wonder adult like your parents are probably like, why is he watching this shit?
I am worried
It's
for my
like
son's
melodramatic.
The
shit.
bleakest thing. I immediately went out and bought a black suit and a red tie. It was great.
Oh,
Love
mate,
good
those
times.
guys.
Good reminiscence. Maybe we can do a whole emo
For the
episode or
Patreon
something.
account, we could do an emo flashback, MySpace, CrySpace episode.
Right. I feel like Sam's just trying to keep us talking though, so he doesn't have to
was.
hear his
But
intro.
fucking.
Right, are you ready for your first one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sam, I always thought you were a bit like a dog.
Okay.
A specific kind of dog. An underdog.
Oh.
People only like and support you because you're pathetic and unlikely to win at anything.
Wow. You guys are really starting to get
This
the
is
claws
the
are
start
coming
of a
out,
real
man.
bad beef. Isn't it?
This is
Yeah.
starting to get actually really quite personal.
The thing is, if I don't laugh real loud, then it's like, oh man, this is painful. Whereas I feel like I had to force it. That actually hurt. Yeah.
It stings a bit. I'll be honest. The emo thing did sting a little. I gotta go change.
Right. Are we happy? We're happy
Take
with
that
that. Shall we-
mascara off.
I think we shouldn't dwell on the insults too much because it will lead to bitter recriminations, which probably
It's already
aren't fit for
happened.
the-
Don't you worry about that, you son
Right.
of a bitch.
Ryan, you have your second compliment instead. Ready? Are you ready?
Okay.
Right.
Oh god.
Ryan, you're pretty quiet on social media, so rather than having to hear from you, we don't. Which is, that's
Such a
very
dig.
good.
Fuck social media.
Yeah, Ryan can't deal with anything at the moment, to be fair.
No, you know what? After getting rid of, I don't have Facebook or Instagram or any of that, and I've never been so free and
I agree.
happier
I
in
agree.
all my times.
I haven't got Facebook either, and it's so good.
Like when you had Instagram, you didn't even want to open the app, but you just find yourself scrolling through pictures of people's fucking crumpets.
It's like being a stalker, isn't it?
Shit like that, and like, oh look, my friend got me this, or I'm on a beach and I look like a movie. I don't care what you're doing. You don't care what I'm doing. Like, we haven't spoken in 15 years.
You
Why
just
the
want
fuck?
the dopamine hit of like a couple of likes on it.
It's like, you're getting dopamine from being a stalker a little bit, isn't it?
It's more of just like most of the stuff I was seeing was just it. I know that's not your life. You're just trying to be a rock star, and you work in the electric shop down the road.
He's a Sparky.
Yeah, I think everyone hates the falseness.
Shout out to
of
all the
social media,
Sparkies, by
right?
the way, out there. You know, you do a good
I
job.
couldn't live without you.
This podcast wouldn't exist without you.
There's your next advert. Electrician.
What?
Anyway.
An electrical man.
I feel like instead of Ryan just making a little comment about that, he went into an actual full-blown like dad rant. He did.
Yeah, sorry.
I hate social media. It don't even mean nothing.
It's coming for you. They put chips in your skin and they watch you where you go.
Are you sure you're gonna get a vaccine? Are you sure they got chips in them?
Yes. Apparently down in Cornwall, I'm next on the list, baby. They're doing 32-year-olds. I'm 31.
Ah, really?
Oh yeah, because there's a massive age gap between OAPs and like millennials.
Yeah, they're already straight down to the 30s down here.
I'm getting mine on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Oh, nice.
nice.
You kind of giving away how old you are, guys, though, as well. That's bad. That's bad.
Oh,
You've
cut
forgotten
the
the
shit, yeah.
principles of secrecy.
To be honest, I think I'm gonna cut the last 6 minutes anyway. When Ryan went on the big one, he did.
Oh, really?
No.
We all hate it.
Oh really? Oh really?
What, you just don't want to make our podcast commercially unviable? And they're like,
Coming back to that. Also,
Furthermore,
I need my pointer nugget for this.
yeah, you're pointing at it.
The reason I don't speak much on social media, like with my friends, is more because
Please don't say something about crippling.
yeah, I was
and
about to say, can we mute him?
70% of the time, for anyone listening, we have a group friend chat, and 70%, 85% of the time, most of the stuff on that chat has no
Don't hate on
correlation
it.
to anything.
Don't hate on it. Yeah, it's normally Clive just saying, "Oh, someone's died
No,
today."
most of the time it's because I'm like in a field with a pickaxe going crazy and I haven't got time to look. But also, yeah, I'm a bit lazy, so I apologise for being a bad friend.
It's all good fun. We love
How's
you.
it? How have we already got to 27 minutes already?
Wow, you
Wow.
guys
And
keep
we've
talking
only
about
got
20
through
minutes
one,
of that is me.
We've only got through one insult and a compliment.
Nah, we're on our
Unreal.
second compliment.
Second compliment.
insult,
I
yeah.
mean, I wouldn't call it a compliment. It's still sort
Well,
of stinging,
you said
but-
that you don't like it anyway, social media, so it's... you
No,
know,
I
it's-
do agree with you. I agree with you. It can burn in hell.
Right, so...
Although a podcast is a form of social media, isn't it?
Well, sort of, yeah. So, but
So is
that's,
this
that's
Zoom.
typical of us, and you particularly, to be so self-hating, right? So that's all good. That's all good. It's like therapy, right? Sam, are you ready for your next one? Brace yourself, mate.
Honey.
Sam, I always wondered why you were so vain. You know, with the hairstyling and the new clothes, etc. Until I heard the phrase, "You can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter."
I've never heard the glitter bit before.
I mean, no, that's what the whole expression is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've only ever heard you can't
Such a
polish
dad
turd.
expression it is.
It's
It's such a-
fantastic.
Such a dad expression.
Oh, listen to him. That was such a dad expression. He mutters whilst assessing
Oh,
all of
it
his.
stings,
cool.
and he's looking at the
Shake it
floor.
off, baby.
Can't
Taylor Swift,
make
shake it
eye
off.
All right,
Shake that shit off.
he's good. Guys, don't worry about him. He's shaking that shit off. It's all good.
I'm shaking it off, man. High pitch. High pitch.
Right, well, let's not dwell on it. Let's go straight
Shaking it
into.
off to the key of A.
Let's go
I'll
straight
be honest,
to.
you're gonna fucking get it next week.
No, we're not doing that again. That hurt my feelings too
Sam
much.
and Ryan's
It
compliments
only goes one
coming
way
back.
because otherwise I get real sad, and that won't be good for anyone. Right, Ryan, this is your last compliment, though. You're like a modern masterpiece, a postmodern Tracy Emin tent full of used condoms masterpiece.
I 100% agree. I've said numerous times I'm a complete scumbag, and I still live to that. Modern art like that, though. I saw something on, WeTransfer, the site where you send
Oh,
files
yeah,
to
yeah,
each
you
other.
get all
They
the artwork
sometimes
from
they
it.
have cool backdrops of art and things, and there was a new instalment from some pretentious twat, and he'd taken a room and just thrown hazard tape everywhere, and it was like a comment on the society of today, and it was like, mate, you've just ripped up a load of plastic and thrown paint at the walls.
Well, yeah. No, I think the point is always that it's not even, you have to understand like the meaning and the thoughts behind it. The actual craft isn't necessarily what they do. It's
okay. It's just the bullshit that you write underneath the picture.
But I'm not saying that makes it worthwhile. Yeah, I'm not saying it means like it's. At face value, it's not necessarily art, right? And you're like, that's
I'm gonna get just some paint and ride a bike through it, and then at the end, I'm just gonna throw the bike at said canvas, and then I'm just gonna put a little like 3-sentence caption engraved in like gold at the bottom.
Whoa,
that's just like some sort of commentary on. The state
Don't be giving away all your big ideas. I
was about to say, definitely drawing in pencil at the end. All artists, good artists, write their name in pencil because it can wear off with time.
And it values.
Well, I like the bike though. That bike thing, I might steal for my own. To be honest,
I mean, I actually got that. I stole that from a video of fine art of somebody actually doing that, like, and then standing back and looking at the fucking horrific mess they just made, and just being like, yes, this is good for the Tate.
But we could do a whole episode talking about the philosophy of art, but. We probably won't.
Tell you what, after all these beatings, the only person that's come out real bad is Emos and the modern Tate. Tate Modern, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called.
We love Emos.
Ryan's just laid into everything that I've called it.
I mean, you really struck some nerves. So.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know me.
Well,
you know me.
Don't worry, Sam. We're finishing yours on it's a light. It's sort of to bring you back up.
Oh, so, good. Yeah, it's always good bringing shit around for a podcast. Right. That's good.
Are you ready? Right.
Mm-hmm.
But Sam, seriously, you shouldn't feel bad about all your deficiencies as a human, your intellect, your appearance, your achievements, and that weird smell. Leave that to your parents. But at least they've got Ben.
That actually generally, yeah, because that's been like an actual ongoing like childhood issue of mine.
He's like but better,
younger.
Yeah.
I said your last name.
Oh shit, he did as well. I'll get rid of that. Don't worry. Post FX, isn't it?
I'll say it again. He's like you, but better.
2.0.
He just said it again.
Shit. All right, Sam 2.0. Sam 2.0.
Oh, piece it together.
What's his full name?
What's his address? Let's give out his address. And
that's
his phone
that
number here,
classic
actually.
Simpsons joke, though, isn't it? Someone's complained. Let's call her L. Simpson. No, that's too much of a giveaway. Let's call her Lisa S. We made it through, fellas. That hurt me to say such horrible things to you as much as it hurt you, all right? I didn't enjoy that at all.
You better get ready for next week, you motherfucker.
Prepare yourself for war.
We better just knock it all on the head before it gets too nasty.
This next segment is called Let's Flay Clive.
Cod liver sauce in a bottle. Tastes like shit but it'll up your throttle. Minerals, vitamins, eyelids and bumholes. Cod liver sauce for all your troubles. Yeah. Cod liver sauce. Tastes like shit. Yeah. Cod liver sauce.
Are you ready?
So I found myself traveling, and when I found myself, all I could find was that I was traveling. Real quick, let's make it real quick. We went to Bratislava after Czech Republic, didn't we, Clive?
Absolutely, mate. We did, yeah.
Bratislava, where is it, Ryan?
Some Eastern European place.
What country is Bratislava the capital of?
I honestly don't know.
I set you up and you knock him out. Nice work. Here we go. It's Slovakia. Think about it as like
jeez. I was
Czechoslovakia.
right then. I was fucking right.
Oh, yeah, some Eastern European
Half right.
country.
Yeah, I was right there. I'm being completely generally just assumptuous about
Just
the location.
stereotyping the
Really
whole place. Oh
stereotyping
yeah,
Britain.
my casual racism worked out. All right.
You got that.
All right, yeah.
All right, I'm going to sum up real quickly in 3 bullet points. I've got 3 bullet points written down. That's what I've got. On the first day, we went out for tea, and I had a frozen mushroom and cheese pancake, and it was disgusting. I don't think it was planned to be frozen, but yeah, the pancake was so hot it burnt my mouth, but the inside, the mushroom and cheese, was rock hard frozen. It was disgusting. So yeah, their cuisine wasn't that good, to be honest.
I've got just nipping in there though. I remember they had some of the best McDonald's in Europe.
No, they did. I remember
It's
their
all the
McDonald's
same,
being-
isn't it?
No, mate. You got to be a connoisseur of these things, and we basically ended up having at least one McDonald's in every country.
Yeah, we
in
made a
Europe.
pact. I completely
And,
forgot about that. We made a pact to have a McDonald's in every single place we went to, like, and eat different
It was
country.
cheap. It was delicious, and yeah, it was a great McDonald's. And we ate it sat outside.
You were going to say one more bit of information. I'm going to tell you
We
what
ate
Clive
it
was going
sat
to see.
outside. We ate it sat outside, and it was.
So
banging.
Clive forgot one little bit there that he chose not to say then, which was in the McDonald's we were served by about approximately 20 blonde women. We were, and they're all very tall and extremely beautiful. And Clive came out thinking, was that just like a model like center? Because everybody at McDonald's was beautiful,
It's a
honestly.
lemon.
I've
Thin,
gotta say,
skinny. It was all those
obviously-
bad stereotypes.
Especially as a 19-year-old or whatever, you're going around Europe and people have these funny stereotypes. They'll be like, say you're French, and then you're like, oh man, yeah, like Austrians have the most beautiful women. And if you're Austrian, you go like, Slovenians have the most beautiful women. But of everywhere we went in Europe, I remember
100%.
thinking Slovakia, Bratislava had just so many. I'm not even saying this in a creepy way. We were
Not
young
a
men,
creepy
so
way
it was
at
all
all.
nice,
Their
but you were just
people
like,
were just
there
beautiful. They are beautiful
ladies
people, yeah.
everywhere, just striding around. Like,
And men.
yeah,
There was
doing
beautiful
their
men
thing.
as well.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, I don't. I thought they looked a little bit more like.
I feel like you get that from like Eastern European women are
Here we go.
tend to be. I'm back on the train.
Stop.
I'm back.
Dad's back. Stop. Dad's back. That kid, Dad's back.
They got something. They got something going on.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That's
Watch
a cool one.
Eurovision and you'll see what I mean.
Oh yeah, can't wait, man.
Continue.
The other thing I noticed as well, and this is a big one, every single car was a Skoda. It's so true. Honestly,
But that's
anybody
where
who goes
Skodas
there
are
and they'll
from.
think about going on holidays, if I could go there, tell me I'm wrong. Every car is a goddamn Skoda. And if you believe me and you think I'm true, send us an email at yourlostboys@yourlostboys.com. Or Sam
Oh,
at
no.
Or
yourlostboys.com.
tweet us.
Oh,
tweet
no.
us at your lost boys.
Sam at yourlostboys.com. I'll set that tonight. There you go. And then the last little bit I got here was we were in there for 3 days. Actually, we hung out with some Swedish people there as well. I just remembered. The other thing I got here as well, which I had to look through my photos to find this and confirm it. Clive danced with a homeless person in the street who was clearly on drugs.
That sounds about right.
She was crazy.
I think you need to put that more in context though, because you're entirely forgetting that that night. Do you not remember we went?
No, I don't
before
remember.
that. We
No.
swam in a fountain. Do you know?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Do you know
Yeah.
that we met these? We met some English girls out
We
there.
met some Brits, didn't we? Yeah. Wendy and Sophie.
Wendy.
And
I forgot about
we
that.
we boozed with them one night, and it was a pretty good night. And then at some point on the way back, we went for a swim in a big fountain in the town square. And then after
Yeah,
that,
I
I think
remember
whilst
now.
I was still half dressed, I danced with like some gypsy person who was playing some music and dancing in the street. It felt like a carnival, man. So it
That's
Yeah,
like
that's
some
crazy,
indie love film
That was
plot right
good
there,
context,
isn't it?
Clive. That was good context.
That's like the
Yeah, man.
Sundance Film
That was the
Festival.
girl. I'm sure you fell in love with that girl as well when we were there. You fell in love
yeah,
with the girl in
because she
Paris
was
and
like
you fell in
really
love
smart as well. She was studying
politics or
Oxford.
something like that? It was something
But
that
like
you liked.
PPE at Oxford or something, yeah. And she was good looking as well. And I was like, wow.
What was her name? Sophie?
I can't remember. Big shout
Yeah.
out to her.
Big shout out to her. If you're in there, Clive's still waiting, honestly.
Yeah. Nah, not anymore. But back in the day, yeah, she was a cool girl. What was I going to say? The only other thing I remember about Bratislava was, you remember going up to the castle?
Yeah. Big
There's
white
a
walls.
castle like quite prominently above the old town, and the only story I can remember about that was the guards in it in the 19th century got drunk and accidentally blew it up. They set fire to like the powder store downstairs or something, and
my
it blew
God.
up the whole castle.
Just like that, it's good to
they
know
got
that
rat
people
up.
still are idiots throughout time. It's not just
Throughout
our
history,
generation. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. And I remember being up there, and you look down on Bratislava, and because a lot of it was built by the communists, there's literally like the old town, and then across the river, there's like all these apartment blocks, and then next to them, there's all these factories. Like the city is just 3 parts: old town, flats, factories, and I don't know. I just remember looking at it, and it was just like, fuck. So you live there, you work there,
You work there.
and sometimes you come to the old town for like a drink at night. I don't know.
That's a small proximity, isn't it?
Strange, yeah.
Wow.
Cool city though.
Sounds
Quite.
like
Very
Fine.
cool. See, I'd go back again, probably, but just not have cheese and mushroom pancakes. That's all.
Just stick
Go
to the
straight
Macca's,
to the
mate, I feel
Macca's,
like.
yeah. Macca's
Yeah, and that's
sounds
it.
pretty good.
That was our little short summary in Bratislava when we were a bit lost looking around what to do with
Nice.
our lives. That was a place I'd stay as well. Next up will be, where do we go after that? Budapest.
Oh, we've
Budapest.
actually got a pretty good story from it. We had a good time in all the places we went, but there is one pretty funny story from
Is
Budapest,
there?
I think.
I don't remember it.
I'll just say
No.
karaoke.
Oh yeah, no. Basically, like,
Don't say, because that's come on, mate.
trickling.
We got to keep the
Drip
37
feed
listeners
it.
engaged. They're not going to find out about Budapest
fine.
unless they come back
Otherwise,
next week.
episode
Hate Budapest.
episode
Hate
13 is down
Budapest.
the Swanee. Otherwise,
Guys, can I slip in and show you the new logo a minute?
oh yeah, look.
I just want to say, for everyone that doesn't know, obviously, we could get someone proper to do our logo.
I mean,
but
I
because-
still haven't contacted my friend that could.
Ryan, you
But-
like we've made an ongoing joke that you do nothing for this podcast and just do it. It's fine. It's fine. You give some sweet adverts.
Yeah, I do the music.
I am the worst, not just at life, but at art. I am the worst at art, so it's funniest, right, if I try.
I cannot wait.
This is logo number 5, and there is a marked change of, like, I've evolved.
That is. Oh, the picture of me.
Oh, man.
Oh,
It's
fantastic.
for anybody that doesn't know, it's the original
Which is
artwork he
everyone.
showed us. He's
I
taken the
took that
face off
picture,
and he's
you
put
guys.
pictures of our heads on it, are all in visible areas of distress, looks like maybe. And then underneath he's put "Get Lost" as well in a completely different font to the
But
actual.
it's silver, which I just thought was really
But
cool.
it's grey, mate. It ain't silver.
As you work from the pictures left to right, they gradually get danker as well.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. Clive's clearly in visible pain, and Ryan, you're in some distress.
I'm naked in that. I was butt naked in that photo.
Luckily,
look
it's
at
just the
that.
head. You guys haven't noticed though that I redrew the bodies with like expressions which suit your facial expressions. So Sam, you're like cheerful, and it looks like you're shrugging. So you've got like both arms up, like hey.
Oh yeah. I can't believe I can see that from a stick man.
You're more like Clive. You kind of look like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna
I'm
do?
What are you
gesturing
gonna
at
do?
Ryan. Exactly. Can you see my hand gesturing at
Oh,
Ryan?
yeah,
Like,
you're pointing at
what,
Ryan.
what are you gonna do? And then Ryan's pulling like a weird, like sort of face, and his arms. It's like he's flexing them. Do you see?
I'm
that? He's,
covered
like,
in
going, like,
sweat in that.
You look like a lion. That's
I just
lovely.
worked out, and then I got naked and took that picture for you.
God,
Yeah, you
hot.
guys happy with? Yeah, at least tell me you're happy with the direction. The
The direction's getting good. I like
It's
the
getting
direction.
good. I tell you
definitely.
what, that's still pissing me off like a treat. The alignment of the Y.
Oh, the Y. Yeah, I'll
That
fix
is-
that next time.
The font alignment is just like
Killing.
hats off for the stick drawings and the pictures, but the there's a lot to be said for the, for the alignment of that font. It itches me. New logo available on the Twitter.
It'll be on the Twitter, folks.
Are you ready for this?
Sam's hang on. Cue new jingle for Sam's Nuggets.
Hey, and welcome back to Sam's Nugget. Guys, what can you see in my hand here?
Oh, that's a letter
Her
from the
Majesty's
government.
Yes. So in here,
It's a cease and desist.
it's not a cease and desist. I've got an intellectual property certificate here now. Cost me £125.
Holy shit.
Man, you spend your money on the weirdest shit.
Your Lost Boys. Intellectual property.
I thought you were going to say you just bought like a plot of land behind like a fish and chip shop or something.
Well, get this. This is the good bit
Same
as
thing,
well.
mate. Same thing.
It is a brand. It is a brand, and it is also what's the word? Profitable now. And
Wow.
also, it's owned by 3 people as well.
Oh, shit.
No way.
I can't believe the family. What is it? Oh, shit. I said again. And I said it again.
Sam, you own 40% of your Lost Boys.
This is where the arguments start.
Ryan, you own
15.
39% of your Lost
Oh,
Boys.
you've done that the wrong way round, mate. Come on. See, this is why I have to be mean to you when you do things like this.
And Clive, what does that mean you own?
That's so
What do you say?
hard.
40, 39 and 21%.
Clive, you own 21% of your Lost Boys.
Right.
Oh, that's a stinger. He's gone quiet.
So what I thought was what I'll do is I'm happy to sell my shares of
For
and so Ryan as well, because I
million.
actually own more than Ryan. I'm allowed to allow Ryan to sell his shares without his consent, which means to get even 33 each, and then we'll have 1% to. Oh, we could give 1% off to a lucky
Fourth partner who can
a fourth
like,
partner. Yeah.
they can decide. TJ, we can put in
TJ,
TJ's
that's
name.
such a good idea.
Or Rich.
Yeah, I thought we could do a couple of little tasks to make sure we get all up to 33. Basically, I've got up to 2 weeks to revise the percentages, basically.
Right,
So-
I thought we agreed that me and you were going to be 49% each and Ryan was going to get 2%. That was always the
I
agreement.
thought this, but do you know what? When I thought
Say
about
goodbye to your
it, I
jingles,
agree.
motherfuckers.
I genuinely thought that Ryan wouldn't care. I genuinely thought that. I did genuinely think
so
that.
you did it this way round.
Well, I will as soon as we monetize the shit.
Ryan,
out
yeah,
of this.
he would let us walk over him so
Because
easily.
you know it upsets, you know it will upset me, so I'll do stuff about it. Like I'll jump through the hoops that you're going to make me jump through. To
Exactly.
Even it out.
So yeah, you've got. what I'll
Lick
do,
my balls for 2%.
next time, I'm going to send you a little task. If you do it, I will make sure that we free up some stocks for you, basically.
All right, fine, yeah, bring it on, bitch. But not too much, otherwise I'll just sulk and I won't do it. So you
No,
got a picture-
yeah,
you
yeah.
got a picture, right?
It'll be enough for you to want to do it, but not
Achievable.
enough for you to like give up and like just give up on the whole podcast.
Which fuck you guys, I'm going home.
We need to get a trailer for this thing so that everybody can see and know what we're doing and what it's about. So how about we all do one trailer each and see who's the best one, and we'll just use that for the whole of it for the entirety.
For the
Sounds good.
rest of time.
For the rest of
Yes,
time, it's going to be the
Time.
face.
You've got to bring
of
your
the
A
podcast.
game. Best
Obviously-
advert for the
Best
Based on
advert.
my
Alright.
logo, based on my logo work, I am going to smash this out of the park. So we'll be using my advert for the rest of time. So
All right, bring it.
We all love drinking tractor wine, as long as you ain't from Devon. We will all get along just fine, and you'll feel like you're in heaven. Dolph Stein.
guys, I just want to let you know, scenes 2, 3, and 4 of Dorset Man. I've had the rough scripts of all of the second, third, and fourth.
Wow, my
It's going
God.
through like a writing clinic at the moment. Like we're going back and forth
Why
on some
they send
ideas.
this to you?
Well, because they trust me now. I think I built up a relationship with them. They let me go to their farm in Dorset sometimes.
I
and
mean,
fire
we were
AKs.
pretty skeptical, but until I read that screenplay, as soon as that screenplay saw my eyes, that was it. I'm in with Dolph. I like bring 'em.
Clearly, these people need to see a doctor or like a psychiatrist or just some therapy. They need. Clearly.
Man, they're idealists. You'd love these people. They believe in a cause and they'd sacrifice anything, even their dignity for the cause. All right, so they'll do anything for an independent Dorset.
I'm totally in for their screenwriting. That's all to look forward to next week then, or whenever we put these things out.
What you got? Ryan? What are you up to tonight?
What am I up to tonight? I had a plan. It was a real middle-aged plan. I was gonna watch. Eurovision.
Ah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Oh baby,
I
Yeah.
was. I've got a bottle of rum, and I
There's
haven't
some
had
great-
anything to drink in about a month actually. So it could end quite bad.
Clive, are you coming around my house tonight?
There's a great Eurovision Song Contest drinking game that I think everyone should enjoy,
Ooh, okay.
which we could enjoy together. Yes.
Ooh.
Social distancing, mind you, because
Nah,
we don't want to get in the
We're
shit
allowed
on
people in the
this
house
one.
now. We're allowed people in the house now. Remember?
I don't
Just
think
keep the
it's
windows open.
unlimited
Keep it
people, though, is
fresh.
it?
I think
Keep
we're
it
allowed. I think
fresh.
we're allowed up to 6 people. So
Separate
you
bowls
could
of
be.
crisps.
You could be number 6.
Clive will probably need some sort of spit guard.
Yeah, some sort of spittoon anyway. I
Wrap
should
his
imagine.
face in a towel. You'll be fine. Yeah.
A
he's-
pointing
just-
nugget.
Yeah, get my pointing nugget out. Ryan, you're just jealous you won't be there to get some pointing nuggets.
I'll be
out of me.
honest. I am. All jokes aside, I miss. I miss my
I
friends.
miss you guys.
I miss people.
It's starting to kick in now. After the only people I see are about 4 farmers every day of my life, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
the last point
pretty-
is gone now. You've gone back to the just normal feelings, man, of missing people of your own age.
Yeah, I miss your face, and when I am legally allowed to, I will lick your entire body, and I cannot wait.
that's cute.
And that's a Ryan guarantee.
Ryan's seal of approval.
What we'll do is when we all get vaxxed, we'll make sure that the first thing we do is lick each other.
Ryan, you said you had something you want to leave the good listeners with as we fade away.
Yeah, so sticking with everything we were saying about emos and you know those kind words you said to me, I thought I'd and this stems from a new segment that is your property,
Ooh.
Clive, but I'm
Oh.
claiming it. What do we call it? The lyric thing. We came up with a great pun,
we
and I
did.
cannot remember.
I actually have no idea.
I cannot remember. Okay, cue new jingle where I'll remember the segment name.
This
Go.
is gonna be great when I edit this.
What you talking about? Lyrics?
Okay, so for this new segment, we thought we'd just take some. No, Clive, you explain it because it was your idea.
Well, basically, I mean, I think it's kind of it's an old idea that was out and about there, isn't it? But some lyrics, when they're not attached to the music and all the effects,
Without the
and
context.
the showmanship, the context, sound absolutely ridiculous. Of all genres, of all different genres, you could find a song where if you were just to read the lyrics out in quite a deadpan way, it would probably leave you feeling a bit like embarrassed for the person who'd written the lyrics. So yeah. that was the
Oh,
that
I
was
like
the
this,
idea.
guys. I like the
So-
sound of this.
Yeah. So on thinking of that and thinking of what we were saying about emos, this is probably fairly tame to start for the first
Yeah, just
segment, but
ease
I
us
think
in
it's
there.
just a nice way to tie it up.
Tie it all
Uh,
together.
Tie a tight episode 12
Rat
together.
egg episode up, yeah. Tie it
So-
up in the shell of a rat egg.
Ratting.
I would like to present to you then a small piece that we've already mentioned by a lovely band called My Chemical Romance.
Oh.
Helena. And I've never actually listened to the lyrics, but I've just, to be honest, as we've been having this chat today, I've been just reading some of the verses, and my word, that is some bleak imagery. So here we go. Helena by My Chemical Romance. Long ago, just like the hearse you die to get in again.
Start.
It's a strong start. We are so far from you, burning on. Just like a match you strike to incinerate the lives of everyone you know.
Oh, God.
And what's the worst you take from every heart you break, and like the blade you'll stain, well, I've been holding on tonight. And I'll leave you with these final words, okay? What's the worst thing I can say? Things are better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night.
Oh, bravo.
Wow, yeah.
That is deep. That is a suicide note
mean-
right there, right?
It's pretty bleak.
Yeah, it's so melodramatic at the start, isn't it? Just like, you can just see like an anguished teenager like going like the blade in my hair or whatever it was. Yeah.
Thing
Staining
is,
the
though,
blade.
thing
Wow.
is, you know that everyone listening to this, and you especially, both of you, you're gonna go and you're gonna listen to that song because it's an absolute
100%.
banger. It's a
100%.
banger.
I can't
Oh
wait.
mate, that video,
Put
the
the
ending,
bass up to 100.
holding a hearse, walking down the steps in the rain. It is everything emo should and was. I love MCR.
Oh, guys, I was just looking back through the group to try and find what name we decided to call this lyrical thing. And I remembered that I wanted to do a competition as well called Sultana versus Raisin. Are you still into that?
Fuck's sake.
Like, I'll show you a little raisin or a sultana or whatever, and you have to guess whether it is in fact
yeah,
a sultana
fucking
or a
right.
raisin. But
Yeah.
the joke is,
This is
most
just-
of the time, it will be a current, so you won't have a clue. That's fucked.
Fuck.
Sultana raisin.
It's better
That could be a
penis or
real
bum or whatever it is.
sleazy game show, couldn't it? With like a real greasy host.
or remember when Sam said he didn't like that, I said we have to try and find a raisin that looks most like Ryan. I think was the other. It was all like around sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Raisins.
For anybody that's not sure about this, basically we have debates of what the new segments could be, and 90% of the time it's me going, "That is fucking shit." And they'll still do it anyway. They still do it anyway, don't they?
Oh, and evil Keanu as well.
Oh yes, that is a keeper.
How
That is-
about we
that-
just do these segments for the Patreon account, and then we still get to do them, and if it's good, they go on to the mains.
Nah, it should be the other way around. The best segments. Well, yeah, you think they're the worst segments, but me and Ryan think they're the best segments, so they go on the Patreon account. Yeah.
That's
you get-
exactly what he
Yeah,
said.
no, but I'm saying, but he thinks they're the worst ones, and therefore they should just go on the Patreon account. But we think they're the best ones.
Just to get in some buyers then quickly, just briefly explain the Keanu idea for the listeners.
What was the Keanu? Oh, yeah, basically everyone loves Keanu. No, everyone loves him, right? And the internet's obsessed with like the fact that, and I think he comes across as a really good guy. Like, gives loads of money to charity. He's had loads of personal tragedy in his life, I think.
Oh, really?
And people just think he's a really good human. But basically,
He's known for being loved. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
and
being
my theory
general good guy.
is that this is all just smoke and mirrors. That he's just got a really good media man who like builds all
It's
this hype for him.
lies.
And in the background, he's actually like the most evil, like Machiavellian, like sinister Hollywood celebrity you can imagine. So Ryan
about
actually
right.
got the inside scoop on some of the stuff he's been up to. He
Oh,
was telling
really?
me. So yeah, he's found.
It's pretty
What
dark.
would you call it, Ryan? You hacked
Really?
hacked his phone or something and just found all this information about the shit he gets
Yeah, I
up to.
found some nasty stuff about
And it
Was
it's
on
like
Info
what he
Chat.
did, what he actually did with the dog from John
Yeah.
Wick.
Oh.
And,
it's fucked, mate.
it's fucked up. It's dark, bleak imagery, and it's all jokes aside, it's hard hitting, and
We're
people
probably
need to
gonna
hear
win,
the truth.
What do you win if you do like groundbreaking journalism? We're gonna win something for groundbreaking journalism for exposing what an evil man he is, really. So
Oh, really? All right.
That's
I'd love to be part of this. Let's hear it then. What's happened then? What did he do, Ryan?
I know
no,
that's a
no,
drip
no.
tease.
This is all for later. This is
Oh,
The
the
latest-
teaser.
the latest teasers. Patreon.
Oh mate, you've got me wrapped around your little finger. Tell ya, blimey.
By Patreon.
Right, I reckon we should stop this recording now because this is going to be like a real long episode.
I reckon we should join because we're just fading away. We're fading away like crazy. We are.
fading away.
Oh, that could be another one for the lyrics. Just saying the lyrics in a terrible accent. What's the worst thing I could say?
Accent. So here's your holiday. I hope you enjoy it this time. You gave it all away. It was mine. So when you're dead and gone, hope you remember this night. 20 years now lost. It's not right.
It's not right.
I don't know.
Stay together for the
Lovely
kids.
stuff.
Blink 182.
Lovely stuff.
Oh, right. Shall we say goodbye to the lads and lasses?
We already did with MCR, so we can just fade out with that. So long and good night. So long and good night.
Oh yeah, that's such a great way to fade out the episode where it's just such miserableness. Hope you have a real miserable day onwards and downwards, not upwards, downwards.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I've lost my fucking mind. Farewell, farewell.